It is Test Encoder, and today's video is about managing your career, managing your expectations, and finally, managing your manager. Throughout my career, I've been a junior engineer, middle engineer, senior engineer. I also been team leader and manager, and finally I'm an engineer myself. And unless you are extremely lucky and you get a manager which can read your mind and also is caring and kind enough to focus on you more than to focus on him or herself or their company, you will not be able to progress as fast and as efficient as you possibly want with your career. Only yourself know what you want to do. Only you know what are your weak points and what are your strengths. And it is your job to make sure that the manager that you work with is able to utilize this and to empower this. And let me give you one short and personal example of this. I've joined the company, let's call the company X, some time ago, and I worked for this company for a couple of years. It turned out that there was a particular skill in my skill set which would be very helpful in this company. But here is the thing. Only I knew that the skill existed. Only I knew the extent of this skill. And the situation was that this company was not particularly good at this particular area. And because they weren't very good in this area, they did not know they were not very good in this area. Check out the code that you had written when you only started to programming. You thought the code was great, but now you can't look at it, right? I could argue that I could expect my company to empower me, to allow me to utilize my potential, and that is all true. I still expect my company to allow me to utilize my potential, otherwise I will probably just look for some other work. But your manager, even if they're doing the best possible job, cannot know what you have to offer if you don't say it out loud. And here's how you could do it. For example, and this is just an imaginary example, you notice that the DevOps practices in your company are not very good. You could be grumpy about it, you could complain about it, or you could talk to your manager and provide a solution. Now, if your manager is very good, they will probably be happy to allow you to at least try and do something about it. If they are not very good, you still can do something about it in your free time and at least try to sell things that already work. And if your manager is saying that it's not part of your job description, you need to do something else, there are some other priorities, yada yada yada, then you learned a very good lesson, which is it is time for you to update your CV and to look for another job. So what do you think? Do you agree with what I've just said? Please post in the comments your stories about this and tell me how you would approach a situation where you think you can improve the company, but you are not asked for an opinion, so you need to come forward and provide leadership here. It was your friend Test Encoder. See you around.